Look, we all know the deal with the challenge facing our kids today, right? The grip that digital tech has on them, and this rising tide of mental health issues. But what if we've been looking at the whole problem completely wrong? Today, we are diving into a really interesting new strategy that wants to do way more than just, limit screen time. It's aiming to unchain an entire generation.
In this image, it's pretty powerful, isn't it? A phoenix rising up from broken chains. And yeah, it's about rebirth for sure, but it's deeper than that. It's not just about breaking free from your phone. It's about breaking free from the reasons we feel chained to our screens to begin with.
So, this is the big question we're digging into. We're so used to pointing the finger at technology, blaming it for everything. But what if that's not the whole story? What if the very same mechanics that make our devices so addictive could actually be used to lead us back to the real world? It's a wild thought. Okay, so to really get a grip on this, let's start by understanding the sheer scale of the problem we're talking about. Just think about this number for a second. 1 in 6. Even before the pandemic hit, that's how many people in the EU were struggling with mental health issues. And we all know those numbers have only gone up since then, especially for young people. That is a staggering amount of human pain. So, what's the deal? Why are screens so magnetic? Well, the folks behind this project have a fascinating take on it. They say it's not some character flaw. It's a search for very real, very human needs. Kids are looking for adventure, for a tribe, for that hit of dopamine that comes from achieving something. The tragedy is that online, they're only finding a cheap, distorted version of it. Okay, so if the problem is deeper than just looking at a screen too much, then the solution has to be too. And this is exactly where this whole strategy takes a sharp turn away from the usual advice. This slide really just lays it all out. The common approach, what we all hear, is about treating the symptom. Just limit screen time, put the phone away. But this deeper approach asks a much more important question. Why is the phone so appealing in the first place? And often, the answer is a deep lack of purpose or even unresolved trauma that makes that digital escape feel like the only safe place to go. At the heart of this new approach is this beautiful Japanese concept called IKIGAI, and it's so much more than just a trendy buzzword. It literally translates to a reason for being. Think of it as a framework, a map to find your purpose. And get this, it's backed by a 50-year study of the longest living people on Earth in Okinawa. So this is the real deal. So that all sounds great in theory, but how do you actually do it? Well, the whole program is cleverly designed as an adventure, a quest. It uses the language of gaming to get young people engaged, to make them the hero of their own story. Let's break down the steps. The journey is laid out in 3 really clear phases. First things first, you've got to heal the foundation. You can't build a skyscraper on shaky ground, so that means addressing unresolved trauma. Then, once that's solid, you move to phase 2, finding your direction, your ikigai. And finally, phase 3 is all about building your tribe, connecting with a real-world community that supports you. And this is the absolute game changer. The core principle is plan in the platform, do in the real world. Every single thing you do online is specifically designed to push you offline. You might use the platform to find a mentor or plan a project, but the actual doing, the learning, the connecting, it all happens out there in real life. I mean, just look at this comparison. When you stack this platform up against typical social media, it's night and day. Social media's goal, keep you online, keep you scrolling, using these manipulative, unpredictable rewards to keep you hooked. The goal here? Real-world action. Instead of an infinite scroll, you get a quest with a real ending. Instead of just passively watching others, you join a community of doers. It's a totally different philosophy. Now, an idea this big, this ambitious, it doesn't just come out of nowhere. It needs people who really, really believe in it. And the story behind this whole project is honestly just as powerful as the technology itself. This is a quote from the project coordinator, Victor Larde. And that simple phrase, "I was there," man, that says it all, doesn't it? This isn't just some academic exercise for him. This is personal. This isn't just a project for Victor. It's his life story. For more than 10 years, he was trapped in this devastating cycle of severe gaming and then gambling addiction. And what was it that finally broke him out of it? You guessed it, discovering his own ikigai. Now he's on a mission to share that life-saving discovery with an entire generation. And look, Victor didn't do this alone. He's put together this incredible team, almost like the Avengers of mental health and tech. You've got clinical experts from France, XR pioneers from Italy and Belgium, and, this is huge, the actual Japanese research center that has been scientifically validating the power of Ikigai for half a century.
All right, so let's tie all of this together. What does this all mean for the role of technology in our lives going forward? What's the big vision here?
It really boils down to this one powerful idea. Technology is a bridge. It's not the destination. It is a tool, a very powerful tool that should be used to help us build a real, meaningful life, a life that's connected to our purpose, to our community, and ultimately to ourselves. So I'm going to leave you with a question to chew on. We're always on the lookout for the next big thing, the next killer app that's going to change the world. But what if the most powerful, life-changing app for this generation isn't something they can download from a store, but something they have to unlock from within?